beautiful souls. Welcome to Soul Tales podcast with your friend Ankita Juneja, back again with another interesting episode for all of you. Before I move forward, I would like to request you, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and be part of this tribe. It really means a world to me. Before further ado, let's start today's episode. I will keep the conversation free flowing because I feel lot needs to come. So this is again one of those episodes which is power pack with lot of insight and value. So stay tuned. Recently I was having a conversation where I realized being stubborn sometimes just blocks your creativity, but also it blocks your opportunities. Yes, it is so simple. We have always heard this thing like, be open, go with the flow. But sometimes due to our conditioning, due to our experiences, we just become closed up. We are not comfortable putting ourselves out there or trying new things. But also the fact is, the nature of life is to keep moving forward despite whatever challenges we have gone through. I know if you're in between phase, it can be difficult for you to trust and again start flowing, but also eventually you will realize that's the only way moving forward. You have to let go of all the limitation, all the barriers which you have created for yourself and start trusting and flowing just the way you used to be. I know sometimes setbacks can make us feel defeated, sometimes we don't know what to do, but if I tell you from my own journey, I have seen that setbacks, the things which did not work out, also happened for a reason. It happened so that you can find your way out of it, because the setbacks actually make you stronger and it makes you see your capabilities. So never be afraid from setbacks is the first thing I would like to say to all of you. And second thing, what you will see is once you start opening up yourself, once you start trusting, you will see new directions will open for you. Maybe the things which you were not considering before, you will start considering other options too. And also I feel like you're not meant to just do one thing. Maybe your life is taking you in a different direction, but that will only happen when you allow things to unfold, when you trust the process, and when you actually start moving in the direction where you're guided towards. That's where you will find like, okay, there was something else that was waiting for you. I have seen in my journey, and this is so common in everybody's journey, whoever go and walk into this unconventional path, definitely they have listened to some calling. There was a nudging which was guiding them to try different things. Like for instance, if I would have been so stubborn, like I don't know how to do it, how to take things forward, I think I would never have started my YouTube or podcast journey. I still don't know a lot of things, but I feel like I know enough to at least do the things. Same thing goes for anyone of you who wants to do anything in life. Just start taking action. Now coming to the most important thing, what I found is always be a learner. Never ever think that you know everything. The biggest killer is you know everything. Always be a beginner, always be a learner, because that's how you will be curious to explore different things. You will find lot of amazing things as you move in this journey only when you are open to knowledge and information, because a full glass you cannot pour into it. When that glass is half empty, that's when you can pour into it. That's the same way our knowledge goes. Because if you tell yourself like you know everything, I feel you are just restricting yourself and you're limiting yourself. So never have this attitude like where you know everything. I have also interacted with people who know everything, and trust me, I don't put my energy into those kind of people, because I feel I'm wasting my own energy. Because if person knows everything, then there is no point telling them any other thing, right? Somewhere even I was this person way back, let me just confess that thing. But eventually as I started learning, as I started evolving, I realized knowledge has so much of power. The more you read, the more you educate yourself, the more you interact with people, you will realize little you know. And this is the great mindset to have, because that's how you progress in life. Coming to the last tangent of this thing is, see, it doesn't really matter how you learn. See, some people are visual learners, others do it in a traditional way. It doesn't really matter how you're learning. Either you are consuming English podcast or Hindi podcast or any content in English or Hindi, it doesn't really matter. What really matters is you are improving, you are growing. The point over here is you can learn from anyone and everyone. It is not like when you're listening to English things, that's when you learn. It just comes down to how you process the information. I don't do things in English because to sound superior. No. The thing is, my mind functions easily and in a flow state when I'm actually talking in English. And this was a journey of mine. Eventually, this journey has started in my life where I think I'm very precise with the words when it comes to English, and I actually deliver and I have a conversation much better when I'm actually speaking in English. But that doesn't mean I don't have conversation in Hindi. I'm equally good with Hindi also, and also with other languages too. So it doesn't matter if you're listening to any content or anything, even if you are reading a book, it can be in any language. Just the point is, it should just help you to grow. You know what I saw? People are little closed off when they are like, okay, they are learning certain thing in Hindi. But I feel if you're confident in your skin, you will never have this barrier how you are learning things. So never restrict yourself just, finding information in a one manner. Just be open. You will find right solution, right information coming to you when you are actually open to, just receiving the right guidance. On a concluding note, I want to say you one important thing. Learning should be a lifelong process. We all have heard this throughout life, but you know what I found? We are taught wrong since our childhood that once we finish this education, the education will be over, the learning will be over. If you have read my book, I have also written over there this connotation where I mentioned my actual learning started after my masters. So you can understand, if I'm saying masters, that was altogether a different journey I have embarked on. But I realized after my masters, my learning curve has changed drastically. But that happened because I realized the power of learning. And when you are doing masters, you also go through a research and a thesis process, because during that time you have to learn and you have to research a lot, and eventually you are in love with learning itself. So even if you have not done masters, that's okay. The point is not to go and do masters. The point is always be a learner in any way and form it comes. I personally feel we all should read books. It doesn't have to be a particular kind of book, but I realize the power of book, because at times, even with the current timeline, I am not resonating so much with the contents out there. I don't know, but somewhere I am not able to consume podcast or video with my current energy. But on the other side, books are giving me solitude. Maybe this is a phase where I just don't want to get into a lot of energies, but I just want to get into the knowledge and information. I realize reading book is giving me solace, and I'm enjoying the process of reading book more rather than consuming content out there. It doesn't matter how you're consuming, it's book, podcast, whatever it is, but make a practice to learn something on a daily basis. And you will see, if you have this approach in life, learning something daily, you will become unstoppable and you will be better able to hold communications, because you will realize the conversation which you are having is not limited. You have so much to talk about, but that will only happen when you have this learning habit. And trust me, this learning attitude is so powerful, and one can only experience by adopting this lifestyle. So whatever ways resonate with you, just start doing it. Take it small, take it one day at a time, one thing at a time. But I highly recommend, from my own experience, get into habit of educating yourself on a daily basis, because this thing in particular has changed my life 360, and I would want you to experience same thing. That's why I'm emphasizing so much over here to get into habit of learning. So my friends, I hope this episode was helpful to you some way or the other. Let me know in the comment section how much of it you resonate with. I'm looking forward to read your comment. And if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and be part of this tribe. It really helps us to reach to more people, and it means a world. I'm looking forward to connect with all of you in my next episode. Sending you lots of love and light. Signing off from my side. Until next time, keep shining bright. Bye-bye.